I know I usually do my countdown thing, but I didn't feel like setting that up today. Today is just going to be kind of relaxed. A little bit of a update on things. We'll give it a minute for me to fix this and let folks say hello and hop in. This will be a live Q&A, which I haven't done in a while, to announce a couple of things. Most importantly, my Silent Hill 3 book's on its way. October is the tentative publishing date. I say tentative because actually physically publishing it and getting the physical copies may take longer than normal, given everything that's happening with the mail service here in the United States. Let's see here. All right. Hey, Jeff. Welcome. I forgot my water, damn it. It has been a time. As you can see, broke my glasses. I gotta get a new screw. That's something I gotta fix. It just popped off the other day. The worst luck. Pipe broke in the wall. We haven't had water for like 3 days now. It's been a weekend. It's been awful. But I'm getting better. I'm trying to work through it. We've had some family stuff going on, which people in the Discord will know about. It is COVID related, but so far so good. Seems like everything is well. My mom and I have been quarantined, and we have passed the time where we would have had it. We've dodged that bullet, thankfully. Hello, Lobsoul, Delvin, Zeno. Is the Silent Hill 3 book the Japanese book? This refers to the personal books I write and publish. I've published a book on Silent Hill 1, a book on Silent Hill 2, and then I put together a script book that just collected some of the scripts from my videos. This is You're Not Here, the story and symbolism of Silent Hill 3. I don't have a cover yet because, like everybody else, my artist has been super behind and busy. All of us have. But I have the logo, which I should have. It's been a whole thing, and I thought I'd read a little bit of it here. If oh man, I accidentally knocked something over. It's okay. It'll survive. But also in general, just update on everybody on what's been going on with me, why I've not been around. Hey, Marianor. Why is the... Is that just now starting to... Why is the chat box so behind? I guess we did just start. Maybe 3 minutes is how long it's supposed to take. Anyway. So yeah, dealing with family illness, dealing with pipes, dealing with all kinds of things has been incredibly stressful, and just, I really enjoy streaming and hanging with y'all, but I'm not always, like, mentally capable of being, up for it, kinda. I'm considering whether or not I'm going to stream this week. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know I want to hang out on Discord and watch movies and stuff with y'all. So maybe this week will be a more relaxed, we'll hang out in Discord, we'll watch TV, play movies, something like that. That might be fun. Have I ever done Silent Hill fanfiction? I have, and I've actually read aloud some of it on the channel. I did that quite a while ago, and we're going to read more of it at some point. I think I said something like 10, 20 more new members. I will have to look up and see what I was going to do there. Why is my chat box not working? Chat box? Weird. I don't know why it's not working. I can't see... So weird. Okay, I'll have to mess with that later. Have I ever played Skyrim? I have. I've never gotten far in games like Skyrim, unfortunately. I just don't really have the oh man! It caught up so fast! Well, at least it's working, I guess. It was having a slow moment too, like the rest of us. I'd never get far in Skyrim because those kind of games just don't really grab my attention the way, like, heavy story-driven games do. I need somebody to grab my hand and walk me along the plot, I get so overwhelmed with games like Skyrim where I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So I like play the first bit and then I'm done. I played it once. I made my character. My friends and I were hanging out and I walked into the first town and went into the bar. My character, it did the animation for the door opening and then it switched to the death cam and it showed my character just falling, ragdolling back and dying in the doorway, and we never understood what happened. It was really funny that I just walked into the first bar and I died, and I think at that point we were like, okay, let's play something else. I've never played a lot of those, like Skyrim, what's the other one they do? Fallout. I've never been big into those. My brother is. Does Silent Hill make you interested in occultism? A little bit of both. Hello, pal. Thanks for joining us. I feel like I was already interested in occultism, and then recognizing it in Silent Hill made me more interested in Silent Hill, and then seeing more of it in Silent Hill made me want to read more about the occult. Yeah, kind of a feedback loop. I really like both. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Akatsuki, Delvin, did I say hello? Hello to everyone. Was it the PS4 version? It might have been the PS3 version, honestly. This was back in college. I don't think I had a PS4. I honestly don't remember. I was kind of tempted to get Skyrim on the Switch just because I thought maybe that would be the thing that made me play it, and I just never got around to it anyway. Yeah, so, haven't been feeling well. Yeah, we need to finish The Untamed. And so for those of you who haven't joined the Discord, I'll explain. We watch TV. Specifically, we've been watching Twin Peaks and a show called The Untamed, which is based off of a Chinese web novel. It's one of my favorite things in the world. It's giving me such joy now. I should have... Ow. I pre-ordered this months ago. It was like one of my most ridiculous purchases I shouldn't have bought, but I'm glad I did. It's the manhwa, physical copy of the manhwa of that's based on the same book that The Untamed is. It's all in Chinese. I can't read it, but who needs to with this pretty art? Like, God, look at my boy! He's so beautiful! So yeah, we've been watching that, and long story short, I'm getting around to, oh my God, look at Lanchan. Oh, he's so beautiful. I love this so much. It makes me very happy. This is, like, bringing me so much joy right now. There was a bunch of, like, art and posters and stuff that came with it, too. This little card of the two of them. It makes me happy. Anyway, I was getting to the author that wrote this book. Her first book is becoming a TV show this week. It's Thursday at 10 a.m. in China, which makes it 10 p.m. on Wednesday here. And I will stream that with y'all at on Discord. I don't care that it's 10 p.m. I don't care. I'm so excited. This is like the one thing I have to look forward to right now. I love this author, and her first book is like aimed at being funnier than some of her later books are. It's a kind of parody where a guy transmigrates into a book, and he can't mess with the book's plot too much. He can't act OOC or out of character. If he does, he gets punished. But if he behaves the way that his character is supposed to, he becomes the bad guy, and it has a horrible end. So the whole thing is about him trying to change the ending, and it's really funny and really romantic and sweet, and it'll be great. I'm excited. Hello, folks popping in. Patrice, what's my favorite Silent Hill game? Depending on who asks when, I always either answer Silent Hill 4 or Downpour. Homecoming, God, no. Why did I almost say that? No. Silent Hill 4 is really atmospheric and weird and strange. I really love it. Downpour does a lot of cool stuff with the main character and the town of Silent Hill, like exploring it. So I think Silent Hill 4's atmosphere and plot and everything, like, I really love, and then the Downpour gameplay, the stuff that they experimented with, I really loved. So those two are probably my favorite. Anybody else ask questions? Feel free to, ask. I'll just mumble on about whatever's. This is literally the highlight of my week right now with everything that's been going on. It's been rough, but we're doing all right. I think everything's gonna be fine, hopefully. Just a lot of stress. But yeah, I'll answer questions and whatnot, and then we'll finish up with, I guess I'll do a short reading of something from the book. But yeah, pre-orders, link should be in the description. I've updated my website, and all my books are on sale right now. It should be live now. You should get free shipping if you buy the new book, if you pre-order it, and you should get free shipping if you then also buy something else. All the books are $5 off, except for like the ebook, because that would make it $1. There's also audiobooks and stuff. But basically, if you've ever wanted my books, if you want to pre-order the new one that's coming, you'll get free shipping if you pre-order it. If you wait, then it'll cost like $5 in the US, and something else. Anyway, link is in the description. Big Cartel, and you can actually, there's excerpts of the books as well. Not the new one. I haven't done that yet, which I should. But there's excerpts of the first chapters of the Silent Hill 2 book and the Silent Hill 1 book, and the audio books should be the first chapters as well. Does horror benefit more from atmosphere over gore? Well, I think that depends on what kind of horror you're going for, because horror is a really big umbrella. Like we a long time ago we streamed The Evil Dead, and that movie was very over the top gory, and it fit with what they were trying to do, and it was really entertaining. But that kind of stuff isn't gonna work the same way in like Silence of the Lambs, where there's gore, but it's a lot more understated and a lot more hinted at. It really depends on the genre and on the atmosphere. You know, the what you're going for. A lot of things can work in horror if you do them right. There's very little that I would say, no, just don't do that. It's really just what kind of atmosphere are you going for? What kind of story are you going for? The way it is in every genre. The little details are definitely going to show what you need to do. Yeah. Evil Dead, you want to be over the top, a little gory, a little fun, go gory. Silent Hill, probably not. You want to be more mysterious and that kind of thing. What's my favorite monster in Silent Hill? Well, obviously I like Pyramid Head, because who does not? My brain is mush today. I really like the monster in 2 that looks like the creature on the bed. Just because the implications are awful, and the boss fight with it is so well done, and it makes me upset every time. Least favorite game. Oh man. Aragorn's Quest was an awful game. It was a Lord of the Rings game based on, I think, the whole trilogy of movies for PS3, and it was so poorly done. It was so dumb. You played as Aragorn, and it was supposed to have like all these features like you're a ranger and you can sniff things out and do this, and we beat the game and it was so dumb. It was just, don't play it. It's really bad. Oh, it's so bad. Ignoring Akatsuki. Is there such thing as Christian horror movie? Oh yeah. I'm not surprised. That's See Me Dance or something might be that. I saw there's like this weird comedy where not comedy, it was funny to me, the concept. I watched the trailer where like this girl is got cancer and she wants to dance, and then I guess because she's like a good person, the devil shows up and is like, how dare you be happy even though your life's like, it's so weird. See Me Dance, letter C, Me Dance, I think is what it was. It's so weird. It's probably Christian horror, I would think. Is it on Amazon? Referring to the book, you can get it digitally on Amazon, even though it costs more to offset the fact that Amazon takes a chunk. So if you want to buy it, it's best to buy it through me. But you can get it digitally through Amazon. You can also get it digitally ebook through me. The website, the link is in the description. Yeah, oh no. I saw earlier about Ratch. Oh no. Did it? Oh God. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna message Handsome Ratch, one of our God, words are escaping me today. She lost her cat. Oh, man. Things have been tough lately for everybody. Seems like it's been a million bad things on top of one another. What's my opinion on Silent Hill Shattered Memories? I played it on my PSP, and I really enjoyed it. I was actually like, the twist at the end is what sold me. Because until then, I was kind of like, The fact that they divide the exploration portion and the escape portion made it so that you really didn't have to be afraid. Like, you knew when you were cool, which takes away some of the, when you explore in Silent Hill, the creepy part comes from knowing that when you're exploring, you could stumble into danger at any time. And the fact that they take that away because they divide it into the chase scenes, the consequence is you can explore and know that you're safe. So that part was kind of, but that was my only real takeaway, like, only real problem I had with the change, because I thought it was, based on what they were trying to do, I thought it was really interesting, and I really, really liked it. I have it on the Wii, because a fan was kind enough to send me a copy. Unfortunately, I don't own a Wii, so we can't stream it yet. But one of these days, I'm going to. I've been going to my local shops and looking for the games and such, and I've had no luck finding a Wii, which you'd think, people turn in Wiis all the time. Anyway, I also went looking for Transformers Devastation because Handsome Ratch requested that for a stream, and nobody had it, so I may have to order it online, is what it's looking like. Yeah, if the world ends this year, would be a mercy. You're not kidding. Oh, boy. It's been rough. Hopefully everyone's doing all right. Oh, man. Yeah, let's see if I missed any other questions. Jacob's Ladder is slightly Christian. Yeah, a lot of horror movies tend to have a little bit of Christian in there, just because if they're made in the United States, they're gonna have Christian overtones, because frickin' everybody, throw a rock, you'll hit 12 Christians. And you can find a lot of, like, Christian messages and tones in those kind of works. Have that on the backlog for my Wii. Finished Dead Space, now to mention the Amnesia trilogy. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. I did actually pick up some games when I went out I traded in a bunch of I sell things on eBay. Long story. Sell things on eBay. The stuff that didn't sell, I took to my local shop, turned in to get some games for streams. And I ended up getting the, what's it called? I want to say Untamed. It is not Untamed. Outlast, that's what it is. The Outlast trilogy on PS4, Death Stranding on PS4, and Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles? Is that the one? No, Operation Raccoon City. Those three. So that'll be fun to play. I'm going to save those for October, probably. I'm building up to that. I think this October will be fun. Alright, I at least aim to make it as fun as I can. It is, I'll admit, I've been having a rough time. I'm, money-wise and job-wise, I am far better off than most folks. I have been very lucky. I live with my mom at home, and she's helped balance things out. She luckily inherited money when my dad passed, so we are, we're okay. But I can tell definitely that mentally it's been rougher on me. I've had rougher time working on videos. I know I'm behind on things like commissions that people have purchased and stream stuff. And it's been a lot going on at home. And, my brother works in the medical field and is dealing with illness right now, COVID illness right now. And his poor kid is 12 and having to face all this stuff. And it's just a lot going on. A lot of radio static in the background of everything. Not to mention just, like, the United States is a little bit on fire right now. So, be easy to yourself, be gentle. I will try to do the same. And I'm going to try and still stream and be present online as much as I can. I don't know that I will be here as regularly as I've tried to be. Tried being the operative word. Hopefully when my brother gets better, things are going to turn around and get easier. That would be very nice to see, hopefully. Let's see. Raccoon City's a lot of fun. Good. I've heard good things. It's now my third Xbox 360 game that I own, alongside Condemned in the Darkness. Let's see. Oh, you have to head out? Well, bye, pal. Thanks for joining us. And thank you for wishing him luck, Cena. That's very kind of you. All is well so far. I'm sure my mom and I will be anxious about it until we know, everything's turned around. But I think he'll be fine. So yeah. Feel free to ask more questions if you think of them. I'm gonna, I guess, read a little bit of my book to y'all, because I don't actually have anything else prepared, because I just figured I'd announce the book, I'd post the pre-order link, and maybe read a little of it. So like most of my books, it's built off the premise of my Silent Hill Symbolism videos. I take the videos and then I look at them and say, okay, what did I cut out? What did I not write about? What have I not talked about? And I flesh them out, which I'm still a little bit in the process of doing, but it's mostly done. And then I format them and try to make it kind of creepy, spooky. You can look at examples on my website where like there's, blood trails and kind of weird looking typography, some artwork, that kind of thing. I try to make it look neat. That's the part that I'm sort of finishing up right now. The content in the book 3 is basically done. But the formatting is the major thing I have to do right now. Let's see about, we'll start right here, because this touches a little bit on new things I've been adding that y'all wouldn't have heard in a Silent Hill Symbolism. So here we go. The first game was a tale of parenthood, reflecting how different ways of raising a child have different consequences. The events of the game could have been avoided if Dahlia had been a better mother. Her abuse and mistreatment of her daughter led to the creation of the Otherworld. Harry's choices as a loving and kind father lead to the end of Dahlia's plans and the rescue of Cheryl/Heather. The game sets up a comparison between two kinds of parents and shows what happens when you actually love and care for your child. In Silent Hill 3, we see the opposite. What happens after your child what happens to your child after you raise them? It would help if I could read. Multiple conversations and events in Silent Hill 3 tell us Claudia was abused and mistreated. Her father, Leonard, wasn't exactly the ideal parental influence, and because of his behavior, she came to believe the world is an awful place that must be destroyed. But Harry raised Heather with love and affection, in spite of her dark origins, and she's come to see the world in a more realistic light. That there's good and bad, and it is up to you to try and make the best of it. Silent Hill 3 is a bookend to Silent Hill 1, not only because it continues the plot of that story, but because it reflects similar themes, issues of parenthood, and what happens after the child grows up and has to live their own lives without their parents. Though Heather was raised by a loving father and has had a good life, her childhood has still come to a tragic end. Her father's sudden violent death is traumatizing, and that trauma is reflected throughout the levels of Silent Hill 3, in symbols that represent childhood destroyed and perverted. The doll that Stanley Coleman tries to give Heather is a child's toy turned into a grotesque gift, which is later beheaded. There's the dark, twisted carousel in the park, the children's drawings and maps in the Otherworld. Heather's normal childhood has been destroyed, and the consequences of that will stay with her for the rest of her life. Aspects of Heather's journey to adulthood deal with the unique challenges a woman deals with. Multiple puzzles and symbols relate to pregnancy, periods, and abortions, as well as issues of being stalked and watched by adults. Heather's journey is the bloodiest and most violent looking of the early games, and Heather herself is marked by blood. I'm going to mark that real quick. I want to edit that. At the start of the tale, her white jacket is clean. After Harry's death, blood will stain the collar for the rest of the story. Her journey begins with her father's messy, bloody end. Blood starts the tale, just as a child becomes an adult with puberty and the shedding of blood. But what's most interesting about Heather ties back into the title of the game, its position as the third in the series, that Heather is the incarnation of a goddess. Silent Hill 3 is about death and rebirth, a dark version of motherhood. Heather is born with great gifts, the kind of magic power Alessa also had, and like Alessa, she is magically impregnated against her will. She's also the third incarnation of this particular soul, and 3 is a powerful and important number, especially in regard to mother goddesses, more specifically, the triple goddess. There are a lot of mythologies that have triple gods, or trios of magic beings who are seen as having similar powers or being aspects of one being. The Norse had the Norns, the Greeks had the Furies, and the Irish had the Morigna, or the Matronae. The concept is more universally known as the triple goddesses, the crone or grandmother, the mother, and the maiden, the three women who represent all aspects of life and womanhood, or the aspects of time, past, present, and future. In Celtic tradition, certain goddesses were seen as aspects of other goddesses, as trios who sometimes appeared in one form or another. I am going to butcher all of these Irish names. I apologize in advance. The war goddesses were composed of either Nemhain, Babd, Macha, or Morrigan in some combination, with three of them being aspects of the one greater war goddess, often Morrigan. This varied based on the story being told and who was telling it. Three was an incredibly important number to the Celts, but often only as a symbol. Three gods might be named as masters of an element, but only one of them would be focused upon in stories or given personality and life. Three matters to the cult as well. There are three major figures in the religion: the goddess and her two angels, Zukil Bara and Lob Solvith. Hey! There are three circles in the halo of the sun inside the greater circle, and of course, Heather's three past lives. 3 in 1, the embodiment of past, present, future, birth, life, death. Heather stands in a long line of magical and religious tradition. She wears the same mantle as many of the goddesses of the past, and is a contradiction in doing so. A human girl and a mother goddess, a helpless teen and a powerful psychic. No greater or more intriguing protagonist of Silent Hill has existed before or since. That's probably a good place to stop, because then I start talking about the not McDonald's. Anyway, that is halfway through the first chapter-ish. Still a little bit to write. I still have some things I want to edit and throw in there. Mostly what's left is formatting, and should be done within 2 weeks. And then I'll send it off to the printer, and then hopefully printers will have it to me before October. So hopefully October comes around, I'll have it physically in my hand and be able to start shipping out any orders. If you pre-order it right now, you get free shipping when it eventually comes out. You can also get the other books discounted as well. Throw it all together, you can save shipping and discounts on the books and really save a decent amount. Let me scroll up and see if I missed any. Is Claudia technically a witch or more of a priestess? Well, I think the implication behind our idea of witch tends to imply kind of like a tradition of like a action of like casting a spell, of doing something, whereas Silent Hill doesn't ever seem to have that kind of tradition, which I've talked about a little before. There's very few instances of magic spell casting where characters say words or spin a wand around or anything and cast spells. There's no potion brewing a lot of the time. What we really see is characters like Claudia exerting a kind of mental power, a kind of a almost more Jedi-like. It's more like they have use of the Force than it is that they have witchcraft, which implies kind of like a knowledge of a craft, of casting spells and making potions and that kind of thing. Like the game, potions exist. You think about making the Aglaophotis, which is really actually just kind of a plant from the Middle East in magical theory, or the stuff from Silent Hill 4. Silent Hill 4 has more of that kind of magic-y casting spells and making potions kind of stuff than 3 does. I kind of get the idea that Claudia is more of a, I have this power and I will use it kind of, carry type. Is giving birth like casting or creating a spell? Well, there's a lot more involved, but magically it's often been associated, like spellcasting has been metaphorically associated with giving birth or the act of birth. We talked about that in the alchemy video, that kind of thing is often associated with life and sex and that kind of birth stuff. The alchemists and tome writers got a little naughty talking about that kind of stuff and using that kind of imagery to discuss their ideas in semi-secret. Hi, Emmett. I'm doing all right. I'm getting there, yeah, if y'all have any more questions, throw them up there. I guess that's it. I was gonna stream a game today. Honestly, after working on the book for a couple of hours and just the awful weekend I had, I don't know if I'm up to it, which I really hate, but, you know, we gotta be easy on ourselves right now in the hellhole that we all live in. Tomorrow, I think I will try streaming earlier than normal, because I tell, like, in the morning I wake up and I feel great and I get stuff done, and then, like, 1 p.m. rolls around and I'm, like, dragging and feeling like shit, and I think I want to try streaming. Maybe like noonish. We'll see. I might do something. And then maybe afterward we'll watch TV and stuff. Wednesday is the new TV show that I really love that I'm going to be streaming on Discord if you want to join in. It's super fun. The animation looks great. I loved the book, so you should join in if you'd like. In your opinion, do you feel like Dahlia and Alessa would have been different if it had been a father and son rather than a mother and daughter? Not necessarily, because they kind of do a little bit of that with Leonard and Claudia. I mean, Claudia's a daughter, but, you know, they change it to a father. It really came down to how they were raised, you know? And I like the idea that Dahlia's the shitty one and Harry's the good one, because especially more in the West, you don't really get a lot of good dad stories, especially like single dad. Not a lot. I really like Harry as a character, and I'm really sad we didn't... Like, Silent Hill 3's dealing with him is really fascinating and really well done as far as the story goes. For him as a character, I really wish that he existed more, that we'd gotten to see more of him, but unfortunately we did not, which really stinks. I really do like him. What other stuff do I have coming on? I mean, everything else is just the same old, same old. Silent Hill Symbolism is being made, but like all of us, my poor editor has been slammed at work. They're looking to hire more people, and having trouble there. Clearly Alessa should have run away with Claudia years ago. Yeah, those poor two. Poor babies. Sad. Yeah, I've been taking it a little easy. I've been working and trying, I sell stuff online and things like that. And painting. I've been painting a lot. I opened an Etsy again for the first time in like 20 million years, but I figured might as well, if I'm gonna paint shit, do something with it. That was fun. I need to get back to actually like working on YouTube. Just, I don't know, the knowledge, learning, when did we, Friday was I think the day that my mom, yeah, that's probably the day. Just finding out my brother had it was just a knock on my, you know, mostly because my mom's reaction. She has severe anxiety and did not handle it well because that's her eldest child. Oh, you made Discord? I've been meaning to do emotes in the Discord. Thank you, Jeff. That's super cute. Hey, Xavier, welcome. Yeah, there really aren't enough stories like that. Melly Noel, am I saying that right? Sorry, I always stumble over. My brain wants to read it as melon. Yeah, we need those. I need to write also, more than just nonfiction. I find nonfiction so much easier than fiction, even though I have a million stories in my head. I need to get back to it. And I can't wait to shower. I've been taking showers with water bottles. If you weren't here earlier, my pipes broke in the wall, so we've had no water for like 3 days. I used a water bottle to take a shower. It sucked. Hey, Phil. Welcome. Hope you're doing all right. I'm getting there. Getting better. Keeping busy, doing stuff. I don't know. Just tired. Yeah. I think I'll feel better tomorrow. It was just a lot this weekend, dealing with poor family and stuff. Now I'm just like drained and dead. Thank you, Andrew. Yes, I would love to have. Our neighbors have been so sweet. They have a spigot in their backyard, and so we've just been going over there and grabbing water and coming back. And oh man, you never think about how much water you use in a day until you can't use running water. And that freaking brings me back to thinking about the Untamed, because in Untamed, of course, they're in ancient China, so whenever they want to take a bath, they have to go get a bucket and go down to the river and come up. And I'm like, oh man, I feel like I'm living in ancient China. No, but Yeah, it reminds me of that. That's fun. It just gotta be, it's so cold. I don't recommend it. It's the worst. Hey, you're good, bud Neil. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I didn't really have anything much to do today other than just explain why I've not been around. We got 66 viewers. Haha, 66. Anyway, explain why I've not been around, what my plan is generally, and the book, which you should pre-order if you're interested in it. I hope to have an actual first chapter uploaded to be read as a free example soon. So, do you think Angela was trapped in Silent Hill when she made an appearance? I don't think that's really what they were implying, because game developer wise, there's so much work to do, especially knowing the history of how those games were made. I'm sure they were like, frick, we need a corpse Angela, like, I don't think that anything was really intended, but I think, it's a fun door to open and be like, ooh, we did see Angela's corpse there, maybe she's still stuck around, I think it's neat to explore ideas like that. Do I think Mary and Alex are related? Yeah. I really, really like that idea. I discussed that idea in Mary's video, I think. I really like that idea. I think it's too fun. I really think somebody must have had that thought when Homecoming was in development, and then, all the issues and problems that happened and they ended up not doing it. That I like that idea quite a lot. I think it's fun. Why not? One of the things that always upset me with Silent Hill is the fact that the games are like islands. They don't really build on a canon so much. There's just like throwaway references and stuff. So whenever I could connect the games together, I enjoyed doing that. Hey, Billy, is the darkness still on? Maybe. I'm feeling a little better. Ugh. It's been a long weekend. I might play it after I take a little break and eat dinner. I decided to do this real quick because I thought it might be exciting to announce. It might give me a little boost in feeling like I was getting something done. Yeah, the creators said Angela died. Well, I think the thing about that is a person dying in Silent Hill doesn't necessarily mean dead and gone. Like, there's a lot of interesting theories about how people that die in Silent Hill don't ever really leave. All the corpses are people that were there, or the monsters are former people that failed, or blah, 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 blah. There's lots of interesting interpretations. I kind of like the idea that once you're there and you don't get out, you're just kind of stuck. If you had a chance to make a Silent Hill game, what would the story be like? I really like the idea of a kind of Alice in Wonderland story, which I've talked about before. Like the perspective of the story from Cheryl point of view, like the person that gets lost in the town, I think would be neat. I had this idea that you have a young kid in Silent Hill that's like trying to escape a kind of a monster or something, but it turns out, eventually revealed the monster is actually the adult that's supposed to be their guardian, and they're escaping from them, and then the town murders the guardian that's actually like abusive or something, blah blah blah. I never went anywhere with it, but I thought that was a fun idea. That'd be neat. Aw, thank you, Billy. You read my other books. I'm so glad. I'm so glad people liked them, because I've always wanted to be a writer and write books, and it is wild to me that I have done that and people have read them and liked them. I still can't believe that. I wish I'd kept... my record keeping in the beginning of all this was so shitty. It was just a notebook that I wrote down names and addresses in that I've long since lost track of, so I have no idea how many books I've actually sold. I wish I had a better idea. That would be neat to know, but alas, nobody dies in Silent Hill because it's such a nice tourist destination. They don't want to leave. Yeah, well, I don't know if that's how it is. There we go. Sorry, I was opening up something. What's my favorite genre of fiction as far as books go? I really like, monster shit, like horror monster shit, but twisted, like Hellsing, where the monsters are the good guys. Hi, Tintins, welcome. I really like that kind of stuff. I love Hellsing so much. I miss it. I wish it was still around. Pet Shop of Horrors, which is a manga and a short anime where the main guy is kind of monster-y. Nobody really knows exactly what he is, and all these people around him kind of keep getting their just desserts, and the woman cop characters like trying to figure him out and can't, and it's really interesting. I like that kind of stuff. That's probably my favorite. But also, I'm just gonna keep showing this off. This is also my favorite. Currently, this is my most favorite of favorite. If you've not watched The Untamed or read the book it's based on, The Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, you should read it. It's fantasy, gay, ancient China. It's so good. It's the most moving romance I've ever read. I'm still emotional about it. I should try and find a good picture in here to show y'all. Unfortunately, the first book of the manga, a manhwa, only gets to the point where they're fighting the goddess statue on the mountain. So he and Lanjan haven't really been reintroduced yet, except for like for a second. But there's this pretty picture. This is the last picture in the book. I can't wait until they're actually reintroduced. It's so pretty. I'm so excited. Anyway, this is what I live for right now. This gay Chinese TV. I need to start watching Winter Begonia. I've heard it's very good. It's like back in the day when actors on a stage were all men, and this one guy plays like a very beautiful female character in a play or something, and I think he falls in love with a gangster. I only know the barest things about this story, but I've heard very good things about it, so gonna have to watch it. Yeah, apparently, like, The Untamed opened an avalanche of stuff, because I was reading about an article where The Winter Begonia, The Untamed, and Sleuth the Ming Dynasty are all 3 TV shows that have done very well that were based on gay web novels. Untamed being the biggest one. And now that those 3 have done very well, there's like 50 that have been, they've started doing recording for or gotten the licensing for. So like, I see in the next couple years, we are going to have a renaissance of gay Chinese TV. Which I'm very excited about, because it's really good. Screw the bad Mulan adaptation. Watch The Untamed. Aw, thank you, Elle. I'm really glad you like my stuff. 69 viewers! Stupid joke. I feel like I'm just rambling because I have nothing to really say. I just wanted to show that I was still alive, I guess. Explain the story from Mary's eyes. Ooh, that would be really interesting, Joseph. That would make a good comic. Like, the story from her eyes and her illness, and ooh, that would be sad. Ooh, you want to see Gandhi? Unfortunately, neither of my cats are here. Let me see if I can find him. Gandalf! Where'd you go, Kitty? 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 Wow, where did you guys? Oh, well, there's a Bob. I didn't even see you. Come here, baby boy. Ugh. Kitty. Hi, Kitty. Hi. Can you say hello? Don't go away. Stay. You're right there. So what's the controversy with Mulan about? It's not so much a controversy so much as apparently it's a really bad movie. Like, they took all the good stuff out. Like, she's no longer going to join the army to save her father. She's the chosen one. Like, the whole narrative idea behind her sacrificing to protect her family and trying to prove herself is just gone. They took away the dragon, but then they gave her some kind of weird bird spirit or something. Like, they just made a lot of really bad decisions, and apparently Chinese audiences watched it and they were like, wow, this is really stupid. This makes no sense, like, historically, story-wise, character-wise. Like, it just, apparently it's a hot mess. Which makes sense when they said that they were trying to be more culturally accurate, but then they still gave it to like 4 white people from America who didn't know nothing about China. Like, just is dumb. You know, watch Chinese TV. Somebody on Twitter posted a good Mulan movie that came out from China very recently and apparently is free on YouTube. So just watch that. Or watch the Disney cartoon, because honestly, as you know, it's not historically accurate, but it's an entertaining film. And I loved it growing up. Little tomboy me, Mulan was my princess. L.A. Mulan is Disney trying and failing to make a Chinese wuxia or zhanja story, which, yeah, just leave it to the masters. Like, God, anyway. Western, like, TV and movie, I feel like they have to own every genre and be in every pie, and it's like, no, just stick to what you're good at. You're good at animated musicals. Don't do this shit. Anyway, Aw, you like my Minmo shirt? It's growing strong and healthy Minmo! That's from Yeetie. They've done a lot of Silent Hill shirts lately. What book? Back to the topic at hand. I write books on Silent Hill. I actually have... Here's my Silent Hill 2 book. Let's see if we can find some of the... I do some typography and I try to put like blood on the pages, and where's some blood? Anyway, I'm bringing a third one, You're Not Here, the story and symbolism of Silent Hill 3, coming in October. Pre-orders are open now. If you pre-order it now, you get free shipping. It's not like this is gonna be, you know, if you don't get it now, you'll never get it. There's little art, one of the puzzles in there. This is just a way for me to gauge how much I'm gonna have to order and start to drum up interest in it when it is finally in my hands. But yeah, the third book. If you feel like listening to a bit of it, I read a little of the first chapter like 5 minutes, 10 minutes ago, and you can rewind and listen to that. I'd let the... You mean Captain Shang, Phil? Yeah, man, that movie's great. Those two characters are fantastic. I really love it. Animated musicals and films about gay Maleficent. Yeah, actually, I did like the Maleficent movie. I never saw the second one, but I liked the first one. They do okay on live action, like, once in a blue moon. This one apparently was not it. What kind of book is it? Is it Symbolism? Yes! If you want an idea of what it's like, click the link in the description to my website, to my bookstore. It should be the Muse Store, Big Cartel, blah, blah, blah. Excuse me. You can download the first chapters of my Silent Hill 1 book and my Silent Hill 2 book for free. You can also listen to the first chapters of the audiobooks, I believe. It kind of is like my Silent Hill Symbolism videos, but I go into more detail. I cover stuff that I cut out of videos or have not yet covered in videos, which in Silent Hill 3 is quite a few different places. I have actually... By the time I wrote the Silent Hill 2 book, I'd covered almost everything, and just went into more detail. Like, I'd made a video about all the locations, so I just filled out, you know. Whereas Silent Hill 3, there's a lot of locations I have not made any videos about yet, so there's a lot more in this that is going to be fresh. Yeah, that tend to be between 20K to 30K. I think the shortest one was Waiting for You. Probably about 20-ish K. There's also a script book that has the scripts from my first 50 Silent Hill videos. They also have indexes as well as sources for all the different books and things and videos and stuff I've read for my research. Have I considered doing dramatic readings of my books? Like, overly dramatic, objectively too dramatic. That would be fun. I don't know if it would work on, like, nonfiction about Silent Hill, but maybe something else. That would be fun. I should do that. I really should have read frickin' today. It came, like, I was fine this morning, and then around, like, 1 p.m., I just sunk into my bed, like, and then I read Untamed Fanfiction for 2 hours. Is the Silent Hill 3 book the most challenging you're gonna write? It's actually written. I'm editing the format. Basically, you have to do a lot of things for it to print properly, and also I'm adding in artwork and typography stuff, so basically I'm making it look good. There's a couple chapters that I think need fleshed out. I will read it like 4 times and edit a bunch of things, I'm sure, because that's how it was last time. But it should be finished in like 2 weeks, sent to the printers. Hopefully they will have it back, and I will be receiving physical copies by October, which is my goal. Overly dramatic fanfics would be amazing. That would be fun. Oh, I'm glad you like the script book. Hey. All my books are available, ebook, audiobook, except for the script book, because that's the videos, and paperback and hardback. And I really actually like the paperback. They're like 6x9. I made them all big because I like the cover. The covers are done by my good friend Mars, Zombie Scratch on Twitter. Did the first and the second one. I don't know if they'll have time for the third one. I may end up having to go to somebody else, but we'll see. Yeah, if that is everybody's questions, I'll start closing up. Again, please, if you do want my book, if you like it, thank you, Billy, for the support. Please, if you're thinking you're going to buy it in the future, pre-ordering it lets me know, in my mind, how many I'm going to have to order, what the interest is, that it really helps me out establishing that there is a desire for the product. And you can get discounts on my other books as well right now. Everything is $5 off, and shipping is free on everything if you order the new book. You can also support me through Patreon or YouTube. I try and do bonus stuff. I'm a little behind on those, but I really hope to try and catch up soon. Very sorry for the delays, but I do behind the scenes videos and extra videos and secret content and readings and stuff. Aw, thank you, Phil. You guys are lovely. I have essays and nonfiction, fanfiction, all kinds of extra stuff that members have access to. Literally hours of video content and reading content that you can get. Silent Hill Symbolism will be soon. It's being prepared. It's a good one about a character I think everybody will be excited to see. It's just my editor is backed up at work, so hopefully soon this month. I think that's everything. I spent this morning reading P5 fanfic. Aw, cool. That's fun. I would not have imagined that pairing either. That's interesting. Yeah, I think that's all the real news I have. I just wanted to show that I'm alive, and I have a book coming soon. The books can be shipped everywhere, worldwide. The free shipping thing is USA only. If it's outside the US, shipping's discounted to $12. Normally it's like $20. And that's, with if you order 3 books, it's still $12. It's not more than that. So yeah, you can get them shipped to Timbuktu, wherever that is. Yeah, so thanks again, and I don't know. Honestly, I'm going to take it day by day, and I will let y'all know when and if I'm doing things. Right now, my only real plan is Wednesday, 10 p.m. We're going to watch that new cartoon. I'm really excited about it. So join the Discord if you want to join and watch that with me. It's going to be fun. It's called Scum Villain. If you want to check out the book, it's really great. It's a short book comparatively for web novels that are usually like 400 chapters long. I think it's like 99 for the main story. Anyway, I will see y'all soon, and I hope to be more regular and such soon. Again, sorry for all the delays and everything. I'm gonna try and turn it around. Anyway, bye.